Well, hello, it's Tyler from Tyler's Tarot, and we're here to do all signs why you're still single. Now, I may not keep this up because you know how I am about views, and this probably won't get a lot of views, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's start with Aries. Okay. Why is Aries still single? Why is the zodiac sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising single? I feel like I should tell you to watch your sun signs in these because you don't want to confuse yourself. So watch your sun sign. So I'm gonna read for sun signs in this. I mean, if you want to watch moon and rising, fine, that's fine. But why is Aries still single? Why is Aries still single? No, I'm not bald, folks. Why is Aries still single? Deep down, you have more commitment issues than you're willing to admit. I mean, maybe you'll admit it. I also get a lot of y'all are focused on breaking cycles. You're single almost, I won't say by choice, but I think right now you're just kind of taking time to yourself because it feels like to me there was cycles you knew you needed to break. What cycles? What cycles? This area. What's that mean? You kept dealing with these immature ass weirdos, right? A lot of y'all are like really tired of being the one that initiates things or trying to get stuff or keep stuff going. You're always the one trying to, some of you are like the ones that get annoyed, like people ignore you in the messages. I don't know why I'm getting this. Like you're tired of people that don't reciprocate. So you're like taking time for yourself. You may have been attracting. What is Aries type? What is the type they were? What's the type they're attracted to? I don't know why I'm asking that. You like those ones. What's strange is you like the ones. I think some of you are attracted to ones that seem aloof. It's almost like the mystery of that person that seems aloof really draws you in. But at the same time, they ends up biting you in the ass because they're too aloof. Like when time comes for them to be open or to be vulnerable, it's like they freeze up and it's like so you like the ones that are aloof and kind of I guess you could say chill type. I don't know if I'm connecting to your read or not. What I get is, but that ends up biting you in the ass because they're all it's like they you like the type that seems aloof, but it always like I'm not saying you like that, but I feel like some of you like the mystery of somebody like that or um you don't like it when they are too, you know, a little bit of a chase is what I kind of get. I don't know why I'm getting that. So some of you, it's almost like if somebody were to be open with you too soon, you'd lose interest. You like a little bit of a mystery, an allure, or something like that. I'm not connecting to this read. Um, but it also says that deep down you're afraid to settle down. It says you avoid intimacy, fear of loss of freedom. It's complicated. So some of you, it's a lot of different things, but I also get some of you trying to break the cycle of the type you were attracted to. All right, if that makes any sense. That makes sense for me. I don't know if anybody connected with that, but that's what I was getting. Let's see. When is Aries' next relationship? When is the next relationship for the zodiac sign of Aries? Give me the two cards for the rest of this year, for all of this year, 2026, and two cards for next year in that order. When is this relationship coming in? When is our next possibility of a relationship for Aries? It could be a while, Aries. It could even be past the next 2 years. What I get is some of you may still have somebody in your energy right now that you're lingering on. Does that make sense to you? Why this year for that? And what you're still walking away from something this year. I'm not saying you won't connect anew, but I do get strongly somebody's still in your still in your energy. What about next year? Next year, it's all about your status and your career. You having to upgrade in your work. What about past the next 2 years? What about the year after? Let's see. It could be a while, but give me the cup card. Give me a cup card for the year that a connection could come in for Aries. Like, when's the next possible connection? This year, next year, when? Could be this year. Don't be shocked if somebody tries to come back to you. I still feel like somebody feels like they have unfinished business with you. Who is this? Who is this? And then we're gonna go to Taurus. Your next possible connection could be sometime this year. I hope it ain't somebody trying to come back and offer you something, but some of you, it could even be a new connection. What I get. Okay, it's telling me that you know who this person is, the one that's lingering on you. So it's not just you lingering on them; they're lingering on you. It's the one you have constant thoughts about, like you can't get them out of your head. Some of you things trigger you to think of them. All right, could have been somebody you met online or on an app or online through social media. If it's not through social media, what does that mean? I don't know, but but what I get is whoever that is still stuck on you. All right, but next year you're having a big upgrade in your status. Why do I fight this person? I'm gonna say for some of you, why do I fight this person could stay stuck on you for the next 2 years, and even them being in your energy for the next 2 years? Why does this person stay stuck on Aries? I don't know why I'm getting that. Ace of Swords. You two are going to literally hold off and not speak. You know what's going to cause you two to linger? Because you both want to say something, but nobody's saying anything. And there's a lack of communication. All right. But as far as the next new connection, when is that coming in? Is it this year? Next. You'll have more options. I'm going to say next year or past that is when something big would come in. I still don't feel like a lot of y'all have this big long-term relationship happening anytime soon. All right. I ain't going to lie to you. Let's go to Taurus now. Y'all like this topic? I may or may not keep this read up, so just remember what I said in it, or if you have to do like use ChatGPT and take notes or something like that, take it. All right. When is Taurus? Well, sorry. Why is Taurus still single? So give me two cards as to why Taurus is still single. What keeps Taurus single? Taurus. What keeps them bitches single? Because you're too busy for anything else. You're too about your hustle or your business or your job. You're also mad at the world. Is this what I'm thinking? Upright yes, reverse no. No. You're also afraid to take risk. You have abandonment issues. So you fuck it up before they can fuck it up with you, don't you? Outrageous. Yes, you do. Outrageous. You leave before you get left, don't you? You stupid motherfucker. You I had to get that out. Sorry, go along with it. Outrageous. It's telling me that you actually leave people before you get left. I don't even know if you realize. Do you realize you do this? It's telling me why you stay single is ghosted, side hustle, and the full reversed. And the way I took that was, I also have a little bit of a backstory for you. Some of you, it's because you've been abandoned before, or people left you before, like you kind of felt, I don't know if it's like you literally got ghosted or if you just felt abandoned by people you loved before. Not even just romance. It just could stem back to your childhood. All right, or stem from a mommy issue or daddy issue. But some of you, it's actually people that you were romantically attached to, like either ghosted you. If it's not that, you just felt abandoned. And now you're afraid to take that risk, but you'll never know if you don't try. You'll never know if you don't try. When is uh when is Taurus? So my advice to you is if you when you feel okay, when is their next connection coming in? Give me two cards for the rest of for all of 2026. Give me two cards for all of 2027 in that order. I also feel like you test people, you try to push them away to see if they'll keep coming back. Stop doing that. You got a lot of options this year, Taurus. You got a lot of options this year coming up. Lots of love options for you. You may find love this year. I get a big lover boy, lover girl in your future, and they could be somebody that drinks, or how you'll know it's them. They could be a water sign. What about next year? I get if you're going to end up in a relationship, it's sometime this year. Next year looks rough. So if you don't find somebody this year, it's definitely not going to be next year. I'd be surprised if it was next year. It's this year. It's sometime this year. How will they know who this is? Could they possibly know who this is? I'll pray your source. No. You could. For you ones where this could be somebody you know it's the one you either kicked out of your house or that was in your house or you were in theirs and it was unstable. This could be somebody that you even talked about living with. Now, if you don't know who this is, I could be predicting that you may meet somebody where you two talk about moving in together. It could get serious for you at some point this year, Taurus, at sometime this year. So, what's their advice? Thanks, Jay, for that. Thank you so much. What is their advice for love? Don't take it so seriously because there comes a day when you do find love. You do. And I think that enjoy your singlehood while you got it. Don't be afraid of the occasional hookup or, having a little fun, safely, of course. All right, is what I feel, but it's coming. But I get for some of you, there's a relationship coming this year. And how will they know when they've met this person, the one I'm predicting this year? I feel like you'll have more options. They may be somebody that has options too. And they also could be somebody that's online. It says influencer status. They could be somebody that has a social media presence, or it's just somebody that's really into social media. You can meet them on social media. I don't know. But it's somebody this year coming in for you, Taurus. All right. That's what I gotta say for you. So stop self sabotaging in love, Taurus. And some of you are too busy. How you gonna find love if you're too busy? Like if you don't really put like if you're too busy or if you feel like that's your main focus, work and money things, then how can people get into your life if that's your main focus? So I mean that's how you come off to people like you're just only focused on that or like you're more about yourself. All right. Let's go to Gemini now. Oh, you like to be a side chick or a side dick. I don't know who this is. So this could be for Taurus or Gemini. It's right between. You got to stop going for the ones you know that are unavailable or that are attached. Some of you have a toxic way of wanting men or women that have a will, like a. I don't know if you like. I hope that's not you. I hope that's not you. But let's see what the tarot says. Some of you, in a weird way, they seem more valuable if somebody else has them. I don't know why I get that. So just try to fix that way of thinking, Gemini, if that's you or Taurus. Here we go. What keeps Gemini single? Why are my Geminis still single? Why are the Geminis that watch me still single? You play too much, you play too many games, breadcrumbing, and you're two-faced. Sounds like a Gemini to me. There's a psychological thing going on for you. Let me explain. It's kind of like a Taurus type feel to this because what I said for Taurus, but I'm gonna say it. You ever seen the Medea goes to jail when she gets the appointment with Dr. Phil for anger management, and he goes, "Well, you trying to get the Goddard's when nobody's got you, but you're gonna get the Goddard's." I do feel like there's this energy of I don't know if it's okay. It's kind of similar to the Taurus read, but a little bit different. I think you come off as phony to people, and I know you're gonna say, "Oh, this is because you're Gemini." No, 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 don't put this on me, bitch. In what way does Gemini come off as phony to people? You know what? You come off like you play games, and a lot of y'all like to make people jealous. Like what I get is this. I get this. I'm sorry, this is what I'm getting. I think a lot of y'all play games, and to anybody that's interested, you try to seem like you're more valuable than you actually are, and you try to seem like you're more wanted by people than you actually are. Like it comes off like you're a two timer or like a joke. And I know you don't like this, but I gotta tell you what I get. You come off as fake, or like you're playing games. Like the average shooter would think that you're playing with them, or that you're trying to make them jealous, or you're trying to put them down by acting like you got more better things than them, or or you got better options. I think some of you come off as gameplay. Now, there's a psychological element to this too, Gemini. It says karma cycle, what goes around time. You may also, like I said, for Taurus, some of you, the reason why you may yourself not feel very wanted. Let me explain. And you may have felt really let down by love situations before, right? And there could be a part of you, I don't care how hidden this part of you is, where you're basically taking out your frustrations or your rejection on other people. Like where you felt, don't tell me I'm full of shit, you're full of everything. So bitch, all right, just saying. You'll eat a dick. I think you come off as fake. It says what you're doing is being two-faced and breadcrumbing. You come off like you're playing with people. And so for some of you, I want you to kind of take a deep look at yourself, Gemini, and observe maybe things you were doing in the past. I'm not trying to blame you entirely. Not everybody's dealing with the best of people. I get it. But it's like, take a look at yourself. You could come off to your suitors or to people. I'm also getting this energy out. I feel like I should tell you this. If you've had options before that just gave up on you or they just stopped dealing with you, it could be because that's how you were coming off to them. What I just said. I think you need to take a good hard look at yourself. What heartfelt message? You know how fast my comments go? I don't see every comment. What is Gemini's advice? Don't be afraid to have a little fun. I don't know why that keeps coming out as an advice card. It keeps coming out. You know, I'm going to say this to you. If you really want a relationship one day, Gemini, you got to be ready to take the good, the bad, and the ugly and stop with this two-faced shit. Because I feel like the suitors that are going to come your way may get the impression that you're wishy-washy, you're breadcrumbing them. And I also get even new options in your future going, do I remind Gemini of somebody they used to deal with? Because they seem to be taking shit out on me. Or they acting as so watch out that you don't come off like that. That's my advice to you. Whether you want to agree with it or not, watch out that you don't come off like that. Here we go. So when is Gemini's next relationship? Give me two cards for the rest of this year or for all of 2026. Give me two cards for all of 2027 in that order. Hello. You got a fire sign coming in this year, a fire or earth sign. You got a connection coming toward the mid part to the end of this year. I get you. Is this the same person? I write yes or verse from no. No. You got a lot of dick coming your way or coochie. Your next connection could be sometime this year with a fire sign with earth in their chart or an earth with fire. But I feel like I don't get the most long term thing yet. But what I do get, watch out for triangles as well, is what I want to say. But I also get something next year too. So you got a lot of, you got two big options coming your way in the next 2 years. All right. Is what I feel. Look out for fire signs or earth signs. All right. Let's go to Cancer now. Cancer, you're too clingy. That's why. I just got it immediately. All right. 1 second. Why is Cancer still single? Why are my Cancers still single? Why are my Cancers still single? What keeps them single? Why are they still single? You can't shut the fuck up. You run your fucking mouth too much. You scare people off with your no filter ways. I don't know if you have a fire placement You scare them off of that big fat ass mouth of yours. And I think a lot of y'all like to blame other things like, oh, maybe it's the way I look, or maybe it's this. You try to sit and do the process of elimination as to what's wrong with you. But when really it's right there under your nose, above your chin, it's this thing called the mouth. And you use it to eat and you use it to like sometimes suck a dick or lick a pussy. You all well, actually use your tongue for that and mouth. But it's that thing that's above your chin and below your nose. You know that thing you put food in to eat, and that thing that you can drink with it. You can do all kinds of things with it, and you also can talk a lot of shit, which is what you're doing too much of. So my advice to you is to shut the fuck up. Why? What do they say to people that scares people off? What are they saying? You also act like a victim too much. Like, oh, they did me wrong. They did this. You need to stop looking like a victim. It says breaking cycles is what you have a no filter about. You come off like somebody that's always in fucking chaos. What else do they say? Breadcrumbing. You also come off as gossipy to people, or like you're like, I don't know why I get that. Or like, do you bash people from your past to new people? Stop doing that. That comes off as like a red flag. But I also get things you just say in general, like the no filter ways your mouth can scare folks off, is what I'm getting primarily. Why is no filter here? Lovers reverse. I think personally, you come off like, okay, I think you talk about, okay, how does that come off to the new person? You come off like a walking red flag. I think for one, your mouth is making people scared. I think your mouth scares people off. That's why they don't stick around for long. What I also get is this. I keep getting something about you tend to run your mouth about your exes too much, or if it's not exes, your past situations, how you were done wrong. You come off like a professional victim. So my advice to you is don't do that too much because you could scare them off. Like that's like really a big red flag to a lot of people. All right, what is their advice? Like, damn, if I break up with this bitch, she or he's gonna run their mouth about me when I. Oh, you know what? You have a very specific advice. You do gossip too much. You come off like you're bashing people, and you come off like you're the victim in every situation. It says spill tea, CEO energy. Okay, your advice is to shut the fuck up. Stop with the gossipy ways, even if you're a man watching me. I think that some of you don't, maybe this is a read where it's showing you part of yourselves that maybe you don't address a lot or you don't know about. But also, you're gonna find love when you're not looking. You're gonna be one of them bitches that focus mostly on their money or their business, and you find the guy or girl eventually. You will. You don't have to look. You don't have to join a dating service. You don't have to even do an app. You can do an app, but I think you're just gonna find them without even trying. Just stay focused on you and your business, and you'll find the person. All right. But when's our next relationship? When's our next relationship? When is Cancer's next relationship? First two cards is all of 2026. Next two cards is all of 2027 in that order. Thank you so much for the 20, Lauren. Thank you so much. It's for a while. Upright if it's past the next 2 years. Reverse if it's before the end of the 2 years. I don't get nothing super long term for you until like after the next 2 years. But you do got people you'll deal with. Like, how strong could this get this year versus you actually could deal with something with it long term. Okay, I don't know who I need to tell this to. Okay, you could have a connection sometime this year, but and I get that you'll be offered a relationship, or I get a relationship possibility. I get for some of you, you won't want it because they're not your full type. But so to answer the question, you could have a relationship this year, but some of you they're not going to be your full type, whether it's look or personality. But you will have a possibility this year. But I feel like something really big's coming after the next 2 years. It's not anytime soon, but You could have something for the rest of this year, all right? But they may not be fully what you're looking for. But the option will be there. Is what I get. Let's go to Leo now. Okay. All right, for Leo, why is Leo still single? Why does Leo stay single? Why is Leo single still? Because all you care about is you. You ain't ready for no relationship because it's all about you and your success and being famous. For some of you, it's famous. You don't have to be able to say it because of that card. If it's not that, it's all about you and what success is going to be like when you reach the top. So, what do you expect to happen? Because I'm gonna tell you how you come off to the. I'm gonna tell you how you come off the suitors. You come off like you don't have time for nobody. You come off like you're unbothered. You come off like you're all about success or your work, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but in the field of love, that won't work because how the suitors will see you is somebody that doesn't have time or that is too hyper focused on success. You know what you also come off like somebody that's done with love. Like you've already experienced it all. You don't need to experience it anymore. Some of you it's school or work. Some of you it's work is what I'm getting. Some of you a business you're doing or just somewhere you work that's taking up all your energy. All right. And to a suitor, that's going to come off like you don't have time or the space or the opportunity. What is their advice to go about love? Obviously, it's to, act present, but what's their advice? Why do I get people being interested in you, but you're just not having time? I even get in the future, you're leaving people on red that are interested in you, or you're like not responding to them. You want to have options. Some of you, I also get this element of some of you deep down, you may feel like there's a particular person, single Leos, that you were supposed to be with, and for whatever reason, it didn't work. And I'm not going to say you're holding a place for that person still, but what I will say is you may feel like you've already met like the one and it just didn't work and there's no other match out there for you. If that's you, stop with that. Stop with that. What is Leo's next relationship? If it's not that, I just get some of you, you seem unbothered or like success is mostly important. Two cards for the all of 2026, and then following two cards is for all of 2027. When is the next relationship for Leo coming in? It's definitely not this year. You got situations single and sugar coated for the rest of this year. What about next year? Possibly. It's not for a while, I'll tell you that. Let's see, what about all of this year? You'll have like false starts this year. I even get a little sexual thing for some of you. What about next year? Lovers reverse. Will they hit with this one? Is it because you don't want it upright reverse? It's because somebody else. You know what's strange? I'm gonna say something. You could meet a big connection this year and it don't work, and you carry it over into 2027, and then something big could come in that year, but then you're still stuck on the previous thing, and that's gonna fuck up your. So don't stay too. My advice to you is this: don't stay stuck for too long on people. All right, if it's over, let it be over. I know it's easier said than done, but it could be a while. I get it most of fling this year. Somebody even I don't know why I was getting this. That some of you may meet somebody you like this year, but it don't work, and then you carry it all the way over until next year, and then something big could come in next year, and then you're not ready for it because you're still stuck on something else. So don't let that be don't let that be you. Is all I can say. All right. Okay. Why is Virgo still single? Like I should use the cards for this one. I mean, I'm using the card, but the tarot, the oracles have been helping me a lot lately. They're adding new storylines that I need. I'm tired of the same shit. Why does Virgo stay single? And two cards. What keeps my Virgos single? The ones that watch me. What keeps them single? What keeps them single? You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna say it. Let's see 1 second. You think you're too good for people. I even get some of you will drop somebody at the drop of a dime because of one little flaw or one little screw up. You leave stuff too soon. And you're gonna think I'm insane when I say this, but I'm gonna say it. And I feel like I should say it because it could put stuff into perspective for you, or it'll give you an image of what I'm saying. I don't know why I feel like I should tell you that if some of you had not left stuff so soon in the past, like you like to do, leave stuff too soon, you could have had a situation that stuck around for a long time with a particular person. Who that is, I don't know. But I get for some of you, it's almost like you drop shit too soon. It's like as soon as people start thinking they're comfortable with you, you just drop it. So I don't know if you have a very cutting type of attitude. I don't know if you have like an air sign in your energy, or if you have an air in your chart. I don't know who that's to. You know what I also get? And I don't care if you're a woman watching me. I mean, a lot of that's mostly what watching me is woman or man, Virgo. A lot of y'all just sit on the sideline and don't go for who you want. Is what I also get. I think some of you complain that ones you don't want you, but I also don't feel like you go for the ones you want. Like if you're interested, you just kind of secretly admire them and not do nothing. That's what I feel. Why is that there? But I also get this tendency that you're the type to lose interest real quick in the smallest little thing that somebody does. Because I feel like the connection that you're going to end up with, like marriage wise, it's going to require you to not just up and leave. I don't know who I'm talking to. If you know this is you and you have a tendency to just leave shit so unexpectedly, like with the one little flaw or one little thing they do, you need to stop that because I feel like for some of you, you could have already had a long term thing with somebody if you had not prematurely left it. Who is this that they left that they could have ended up with? Can you describe him or her? It was somebody that owned their own business. It says self made, and you saw it as toxic. I even get for a small portion of you, somebody may have been involved and you just didn't want to wait and you left it. It could have been something, but they decided not to leave that because you disengaged. If it's not that, what I get is the main story I get is this. Think back to somebody, and you could have been with this person. They have their own business. And how else will they know who this is, this self made person? They're attractive. How will they know who this is? And why is that? There was okay, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm gonna say it. There was this made guy or girl you were dealing with in the past where it could have been more, but they came off like they were breadcrumbing you. But it's telling me they needed time to kind of adjust to something they were out of. They needed time to heal from that. Some of you didn't have time to wait on somebody to build themselves up. I don't know who the fuck this is to. So it's like it could have been more if you had been a little bit more patient, or is what I feel. Is anybody making sense of this read? I don't know who the hell this is, but it's telling me specifically it's somebody that they're self-employed or they own their own business. All right. So if that's not you, that's not you. But don't take that message if you don't make no sense. The only message I want you to take is this. If you didn't make sense with the whole past thing, take this. Is that I feel like a lot of y'all drop people too soon. And I think you don't stick around for it to mature or for things to unfold. And I also get there's another part of you that you get pissed that you only attract ones or your people are okay. What I get is this. I'm getting this specifically that the ones you want you don't go after, but you get mad that people want people the people that do want you is the ones you don't want. So my advice to you is if you like somebody, go for it. All they can say is no. That's my advice to you from now on, from this point out. All right. So let's see. When's your next relationship? Give me two cards for the rest of this year of 2026. It could be this year. Some of your Aries, it's this year. You're gonna find something. I don't know if it's long term or not. We're not gonna ask that in this. My really my main point in this read is to tell you why you're so single. And I just added the prediction part after the fact. It's this year. It's somewhat a water sign or a fire sign, particularly in Aries. You could be in a relationship by 2028. Is it with this person coming in this year? Or reverse? It's somebody that could be coming in after that. Okay. I get you being married or in a long term thing in the next. I'm going to say 2028. It may not be who you meet this year, but you got something big coming. You got Hierophant for the year of 2028. Something's coming in for you, and I need you to be present. And keep in mind, like I said, nobody's perfect, Virgo. And if you leave, I hope some of you don't end up leaving your future husband or wife too soon and fucking that up, or messing up what could turn into something big because of one little flaw or one little setback. Watch yourself. Don't come crying to me if you mess it up. All right. Let's go to Libra now. Okay. No, you're not gonna grow old and lonely. Why does Libra stay single? What keeps Libras single? What keeps my Libra singles that watch me? What keeps them single? This sounds like a Libra who, oh wow. Cause you too fickle and you like to just explore your options too much. You're a whore. Don't take this if this makes no sense. I can't get everybody. That's not possible for me to read 3 or 4 cards and get all 600,000 of you. It's just impossible. But I get this energy of some, okay, I kind of get a similarity to Virgo, but a little bit of a difference, like the Virgo read, but yours is a little bit different. I think you also leave stuff prematurely and you get bored quick. You could have Aries in your chart, but you get bored quick. What's crazy is you're okay entertaining love situations when it's all lovey dovey and kissy kissy and smoochy smoochy. But as soon as like stuff starts to get deep, you kind of detach, which sounds like a Libra. I think, you know what I'm gonna say? I think you're more in love with the idea of love and not love itself. For me to say you're a whore, some of you kind of give it up too quick. That could be the case. If not, for you men that watch me that go after women, you try to rush them to do the deed too quick. I get that you need to calm your fucking hormones. But what I get is this for the majority of Libras, I think you like the idea of love more than love itself. I think you like the fantasy of it. Because I think when things get too deep, you like to detach. And I also get you deal with too in the future at least you're doing this, that I get a lot of y'all just dealing with too many people. You're gonna have way more options. So if you don't resonate with this now, just know that in the future I get you'll make sense with this read. Give it about a year and come back to it and see. Let's see, here we go. What keeps Libra single? What is that? What keeps you single? I got a message for you. Why do I get some of you connecting to people out of spite in the future to make somebody mad from your past? Like you're gonna want them to know, like, hey, look at me. And you ain't gonna be into the new ones, trying to impress the last one or trying to make the last one jealous. Stop. Don't nod me. Don't do it. If that's you, don't do that. I do get some of you also. The story that I'm getting is this. You could also like be overly investing in your work, which is not a bad thing. But I'm kind of getting some of you, you seem like you're all about work too. So I would say just take the advice or don't take it. I don't care. All right. When is Libra's next relationship coming in? Give me 2 cards for the rest of this year of 2026, and give me 2 cards following that for 2020. Let's say 2000. Oh my God, I've been doing the years wrong. 2027. I've been saying 2028. Lord Jesus, they're gonna freaking grill me in the comments about that. You got an ex returning this year that you turn your back on. You may not be as interested when they come back. Yeah. You also are a victim of people that won't leave you alone that keep coming back to your life. The exes and the they haunt me like they haunt me. They won't let go. Some of y'all have these bitches. You could not just one of them. I'm talking about you may find. I think you're gonna come back and tell me I was right. Y'all may have a lot of people come back in the next couple years. In the next 2 years, could a lover come in that's new that they don't know yet and they actually stick upright yes or versus no? For majority of Libras. Yeah, absolutely. How will they know when they met that person? So the next 2 years, it's somebody that makes money and they don't have to like work hard to make it. So they make pretty decent money and you two could end up wanting to live together or something like that. This person gonna be over your house a lot. You're gonna be over their house. Some of y'all even get a long distance thing where you two come see each other or something like that as well. Yours is all over the place. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the membership, Leilani. Thank you so much. Let's go to Scorpio now. You got something coming with a new person next couple years. All right. Just make sure that you want a relationship and that you're just not desiring. Make sure you actually want a relationship, Libra. Is my advice to you because I feel like a lot of y'all fantasize the idea of one, but when it comes true or when it actually starts to materialize, you kind of go all cold or you're not sure. So watch out for that. All right, because you could sabotage something in the future. Let's go to Scorpio now. Why are my Scorpios still single? Why are my Scorpios that watch me single? Why are Scorpios single? Well, first of all, you linger too much on who it didn't work with. What I just got was thought it up with Sean, but it wasn't a match. Stop going through the Rolodex of people it didn't work with. Who cares? It didn't work. And none of those people are going to really come back and live up to what you want them to. So why even focus on it? Why is Ghost here? It keeps coming out for every freaking. We got self-sabotages. You want to talk about mothers. Oh, it's 7-7 in the room. Oh, some of you may see 7-7 a lot when love's coming in. 7-7-7. I don't know why I want to tell you that. You have commitment issues and you ghost situations. I'm sorry. It's calling self-sabotages out tonight. I'm shuffling y'all heard me shuffle the hell out the deck and it still came out. This has come out 3 times in a row, that ghosted card. Then I clarified it, and what added insult to injury was commitment issues. I think a lot of y'all have issues committing deep down. And why is that? There is a person that you feel like was your end all be all. There is. Scorpio. I don't know if this is on a conscious level, a subconscious level, midway subconscious and conscious. I'm not sure. There is this person that you feel like is and was supposed to be yours. Hopefully they're not involved. Why do I get some of you having this energy where new people are not really living up to what you thought was the perfect guy or girl? Think back to one that you always fantasize as was supposed to be yours. You two whores were supposed to be something and it didn't work. And I get some of you looking back at that. And in a weird way, I feel like that could sabotage your future because there's going to be like people that come into your life, but they're not living up to what that one made you feel like. And you may not understand that now, but some of you, I don't know. Let's give me the indication of. So, is it commitment issues, or is it just because nobody's going to live up to the perfect one that you thought that you had, that you wanted? I don't know what I'm getting at. What keeps Scorpio single? And you don't let nobody in. You got trust issues like a motherfucker. 701s is my card of like letting people in. You don't even when you're interested in somebody, Scorpio, you don't even show interest. You're so afraid of getting hurt. You're so afraid of opening up. You're so afraid of being vulnerable. You're so afraid of that. I also feel like some of you feel like you should be chased, which is nothing wrong with that. But some of you, it's like it may, I'm gonna say this to a suitor, to a love suitor of yours in the future. You know what they may feel like at times, like you're hard to get because you seem like you want to be. Stop disagreeing with the reads. If it's not yours, eat a dick and choke. All right, stop talking. Let the ones where this makes sense to them, where it's hitting their soul, let it hit them. You're not important tonight. Stop being important. What I get is some of y'all gotta kind of make it hard for people to really get you, or you make it kind of like hard. I also get some of you really have a hard time being open. Seven of Wands upright, and I even feel like when you're interested in someone, you try to act like you're not interested, which comes off like you're not interested. So it's like stop sabotaging what I'm getting. I'm getting. You know what the overall theme for this read was today for the all signs why you're still single. I think the overall theme is people self sabotaging. Am I saying okay? For the ones that are making sense of these reads, not just Scorpio, I'm talking to everybody right now. For the ones where you're making sense of these reads about the self sabotaging. I'm not saying the people you dealt with were great and wonderful and well standing people. You may have dealt with some true genuine duds, but I think for a lot of y'all, you need to watch yourself. You need to kind of look within and see what's making you do these things that sabotage folks. Because yeah, you may run into some duds, but what if you run across one good one where they could stick in your life for years or hell a lifetime, but you end up doing that sabotage thing and you fucked up something that could have been good. You need to start looking within. I don't know if you need therapy, some medication. I don't know what you need, but you need to start looking within or looking at oneself. When's the next relationship for Scorpio? Is it all of the rest of this year or all of next year for 2027? Give me two cards for the rest of 2026. You don't have options this year. Is this somebody returning up for yes? You also have an Aquarius returning, or who is this returning? I don't really know. Or a water sign. Why are they returning for? Because they feel like they missed out with you because of their indecision. Are they going to offer a relationship? And will it lead to that? And they're guilty. No, don't entertain them, it says. So you have an ex returning, all right? What about next year? Ooh, next year's big. Big. 2027 is big. You got Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Wands for next year. Fire, earth sign in your future, good sex, could be a commitment attached with it. Also, some of you, your happily ever after may start off like a fling and it leads to more. It can start off as like a sex friend or a fling, but leads to more. Don't knock the hookup thing because it could actually a hookup could end up leading you to something big. All right. Next year. Next year is your year for a relationship. 2027. All right. Let's go to Sagittarius. Maybe I felt the need to do this read because some of you may have stuff coming up and it's trying to warn you. Look, stop with the sabotage. What keeps Sagittarius single? What keeps Sagittarius single? What keeps Sagittarius single? I just got y'all gonna have to do better than this. The types you choose, the types you choose, types you're into, doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Here we go. You're also picky as fuck. And I also feel like, just like I said for Scorpio, some of you think too much about the past. Six of Cups. Is it that they want somebody from the past upright? Reverse it, just think about the experiences and that kind of the experiences. You're so traumatized in emotional things and in love. Some of it from mommy issues, daddy issues, some of it's abandonment. Some of you, I get, it's not a person that you're going to be stuck on. Even if you are stuck on that, on somebody, I get you healing from that. But a lot of y'all ain't even stuck on something necessarily. It's the experiences that you're stuck on, like what was done to you, how you were treated. And for the 20 scrambled, I appreciate that. And it's almost like you're afraid of that repeating. So you'd rather just not be interested in anybody. And also get some of you, you have like a laundry list of requirements. Are you like really picky? What are they picky about? Three of Swords. Is it that you're picky or is it that you're so afraid of getting hurt? So you just nitpick the fuck out the person. You'll just find something wrong or find something that's a flaw. That way you don't invest. Even when you're truly interested, you just don't want to invest because of the possibility or the risk of heartbreak. A lot of Four Cups. A lot of y'all try to act like you're just an independent woman or independent man, and that's just your personality, but that's really not you. You really do deep down want somebody. You're a whore who needs somebody, or a needy whore, but you try to come off like, oh, it's all about me. I don't care. I don't need nobody. It's all about me. But really deep down, you want somebody. It's like you got to get rid of that facade because you don't want to come off too unbothered. I get a lot of y'all are traumatized by your, I don't know, were you cheated on? Were you lied to? Were you, even if you weren't cheated on, were you just like not chosen? You have an energy of like feeling rejected and that you carry those experiences into the future. Like, don't do that. What's the rest of this year look like in love? When's the next relationship coming for Sagittarius? Could be something this year. It's like a little bit of nothing too big. Watch out this year about it. There's a connection coming in. It could be through online or on an app, but somebody breadcrumbing you through online. So watch out for a breadcrumber this year. What about next year? Next year it's all about business and your popularity. Next year you have a boost in popularity or your business. When is love coming in? Is it the rest of this year? Could be this year sometime. Somebody that has a child or this childish one that is breadcrumbing. So could it be long term? I guess we're working. No, it's not. But it could be something that you just entertain. What about next year, 2027? I don't know. I don't get it for a while. But you want to have people to you want to have somebody to entertain, but nothing too crazy. Keep in mind, I'm not looking past the next 2 years. I'm just looking for 2026, 2027. Something could come in this year with a guy or girl around your age or older, but they're like kind of childish. May have a child or just childish. What I feel may have a receding hairline, or if you deal with women, they have like they wear weaves and shit. I just got my symbol for that. All right, let's go to Capricorn. Okay, so what keeps Capricorn single? What is it that keeps Capricorn single? What keeps Capricorn single? The fact that that's all you're used to. Some of you've been single most of your life, than actually been in something, right? That's not you. If this is not you, I'm talking to. You've gotten too used to being single. That's what keeps you single is the fact that you are used to being single. With all due respect, Capricorn, you come off kind of fucking crazy. Because what I get is you come off like a prude to like people. Keep in mind, in these reads, I'm telling you how you come off to people. You come off like don't you come off like you have a shield or like don't come near me or like you got to stop that. What else keeps them single? Unbothered. I told you you come off. Look at that. You come off like you're too cool for school. Why is cuffing school? It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. I think that, I got Taylor in my head. You're your biggest enemy. There's also this energy of you not, you may also have a tendency to run them off with your big ass mouth. You can't shut the fuck up when necessary. You run that big ass uh, dick sucker, that big ass coochie liquor, that thing on your face, under your nose, and above your chin, that thing, the mouth. You can't shut the fuck up. What do you do? What do you say or do that scares people off? Stop talking about money so much. It just says a lot of y'all. Okay, this sounds like a Capricorn to me, but your conversations come off as boring to people, like potential suitors. Like you come off like you're all about materials, or like you're all about planning the future when it comes to money. Or watch out for that. I don't know why it's that's what it's telling me. Yeah, you come off like somebody that's all about getting the big break in career. You come off as boring to people, and then it's like when somebody's truly interested, I get you come off like you're approved or like you don't want to be attached or like you're unbothered, that you're too used to being single. Like it's like you come off like you don't need nobody. So what does that tell you? Or what is that? What's that going to? Who is that going to attract into your life? Nobody. You know this reading's going to bother a lot of people because they're not going to agree with it because they don't know how they sing to people. See, a reading like this is kind of tricky because it's kind of going the extra mile and saying how you come off to folks. And I feel like a lot of y'all know I can't come off like that to people. You don't know how you come off. I'm thinking about the most general energy that you may come off like to people. All right. What keeps Capricorn single? For some of you, you don't stick around in the area for too long. You just keep going. If it's not that, and you know that you stick where you are, what does that mean then? You know how fucking crazy you are. I feel like there's people that have been around you that are interested, and they get the impression from you like they're not even an option, like that you're waiting for somebody else to come into your life. Not a past person. I'm talking about in general. I literally get there's people. I must tell you something that this guy, and I got to tell you because I feel like this will give you perspective on how people see you. There's been guys or girls that you may have entertained, and while they were dealing with you, and they felt like they were going somewhere with you, they got the impression that they were just a place filler or like that's what I'm getting. Or they got the impression that you were seeing ahead of them. Like they could be dealing with you, but like, damn, is he or she even seeing me as an option? Or, like they feel like you're kind of above them, or like that you feel like he was above them. Watch how you're coming off, Capricorn. You could be scaring bitches off. I'm just saying, male or female, whether you deal with male or female, it don't matter. I feel like some of you need to kind of, I don't know. Let's see. First two cards is predictions for the rest of this year for when love's coming in. When's the next relationship for them coming in? Could be this year. Somebody around your age or older, but you got somebody coming in this year. So it's sometime this year. What about next year? Definitely this year. If it don't happen this year, I feel like next year is a dud. How would they know when they met this person? Watch out for a Virgo. I'm also getting it's not out of the realm of possibilities that you get back with somebody possibly. If not, I get somebody coming into your life, a Virgo, fire sign, or a Capricorn. Could it have long term potential? Upright yes, reverse no. Probably not, but there's something coming in. All right. But watch that, Capricorn. Watch that. Whoever that made sense to. Like I said, it's not gonna make sense to everybody. Let's go to Aquarius now. Whoever this is to, I don't know who this is to. I just got Lady Gaga's Summer Boy. And what I just got was, I don't know which sign this is for. This is for any sign that makes sense, not just Aquarius. But I just got the Summer Boy that you dealt with, the one that's with the blind now. They'll get tired of the blind and come back to you. The one that you had a summer fling or a spring fling with around the hot months. The one that's dealing with a blind specifically. Now, it could be a male that's dealing with a blind or a male that you dealt with. But I get they'll come back to you once they're done with the little blind or whatever the hell that's for. Let's go to Aquarius. All right. All right. What keeps Aquarius single? What keeps Aquarius single? What keeps Aquarius single? Wanting the wrong ones, pining over the wrong ones, because you ain't had closure with something else. Sitting around focusing on bitches that had you in a triangle. If not a triangle, they had you as an option. You are so bitter because of somebody that I don't know if they two timed you or if it's just saying it, somebody you dealt with that saw you as an option. And it's like time for you a wake up call that by focusing on them, who is it hurting? You. It ain't hurting them, it's hurting you. For some of you that were married in the past or like had a divorce, you need to let them go. But for you ones that never had that happen to you, but it's just like you've been single and like you keep attracting people that reject you for other people, you need to let that shit go. What keeps Aquarius single? What keeps Aquarius single? You're also too busy as well. Some of you, I'm gonna predict that you're way too busy in the future for love. You're gonna be very booked and busy. So whether you're a self-employed person or a person that's employed, hell, even if you're unemployed, you got a job coming. But what I get is self-employed or employed, you'll be too busy almost. It's like, what's their advice? How do they like? What's their advice in love? What is Aquarius's advice? Don't be afraid to have a little fun. Some of you are too all about business, or you're all work and no play. All work and no play makes Aquarius a bad boy, bad girl. What's that line from The Shining? I forget. Why y'all like to fake it like you don't want nobody when you actually do? So my advice to you is potential suitors could think that you don't really want nothing. Kind of like what I'm getting for a lot of signs tonight. Getting that a lot. But some of y'all need to let go of the ones that had you as a rebound or as an option. It's not going to do you any good to hold on to that. They won't return the way you want them to, even if they were to return. What else keeps them? What other advice do you have for them? A lot of y'all have dealt with soul contracts, like people that you had an agreement to play out this crazy karma shit with, right? And you're gonna get past that eventually where you actually attract something genuine. A lot of y'all are just like clearing up those weirdos from the soul contract, and that's gonna be a part of your past. All right. And there's gonna come a time when you're with your future husband or wife, and you'll look back at the ones that you were pining over and you'll see, like, what the fuck was I focused on? The hell? When's their next relationship? Give me cup card for when their next relationship is. For the rest of this year, 2026 for Aquarius. Let's see. You got something coming this year. I get you dating somebody this year. All right. Somebody does a reunion. Is it could be a reunion with a fire sign, water sign, or a Gemini. But somebody that's a new love. Is it long term? I probably guess reverse. Could be. And what can make it long term? Like, ooh, I got messages for you. You got something that could be long term. It's not set in stone. Not everybody's gonna end up in a long term thing. It could be this year with a Cancer for some of you. What I get is I have to give you a heads up. Some of you may have a long term thing. Well, actually, I may say long term. I meant to say long distance. You know what? It's gonna be long term for me to accidentally say that. I didn't even mean to say that. What I meant to say was some of you have a long distance connection coming in. Don't let that be don't let that be the thing that makes you drop the situation. If a long distance thing comes in, it could work. I don't know who that's to, but some of you it's just a long term thing coming this year. Could be possibly. All right. So to answer the question, your next possible relationship is sometime this year. All right. Okay, let's go to Pisces now. Make sure you use safe sex, Pisces. I don't know who this is to. What I got was there's a future version of yourself that thinks that a STD is keeping you from finding love. So please don't let that be you, become you, please. All right. I don't know why I would get something like that. So make sure you're, you know, taking your sexual health seriously. Try to prevent that from happening. All right. Okay. Here we go. Let's go to Pisces. Okay. Let's go to Pisces. What keeps Pisces single? I do practice the pool table. I sure do. Your mouth, no filter, and how you're all about your money and success. Hopefully, you don't come off like gold diggers to people. Hopefully not. And if it's not that, let me explain. Your mouth keeps you single. You scare them off. You're too blunt. And I also get there's also an element of all you care about is your success and your money. Some of you also may come off to suitors like all you care about is your image or your money. Like they may think, does this bitch or bastard think about anything other than money or talk about anything other than money? And if it's not, I get some of you also, it literally says overnight success is what keeps you single. It's almost like you're an aspiring person that's aspiring for a particular position, career, a status, and that could keep you single because not only are you not going to have time for people, but also there's a double sided to it. There's like a double edged sword. Not only will it keep you away from people because you'll be too busy focusing on your career and success, but there's also a double edged sword that the other side is you come off to a suitor like, does this bitch have anything else other than success to talk about or money to talk about or what they or their goals? Do they have anything else to talk about? That's how you come off to folks. And like, what do they feel like you have no filter about? Why does no filter keep you single? You talk about yourself a lot. It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. And I want you to answer this question. I need you to answer my question. My question is, are you listening? I want you to answer my question, Pisces. My question is, are you still listening? I want you to answer my question, Pisces. My question is, if you don't leave the house, who's going to find you? It's so, you're the sign that loves to nap and sleep. I get it. But bitch, being a sleeping beauty only worked for one bitch. And she's fictional. And that bitch literally, so I'm saying, is fictional. And it worked for her, but it ain't going to work for you. All right? Whether you're a male or female watching me. Being a sleeping beauty or somebody that sits around in lounges around, I don't think that you get out like you think. I don't think you don't get out. You know, I wouldn't get that if it didn't. What what else do you talk about? It keeps you single, like the no filter. What does that mean? You talk about your status and money too much. Put a fucking cork in it. I don't know if you come off like you're bragging or if you're like, I even get somebody that's another side of the coin. It could be that if you're not somebody that's got it all going for you, you may come off like somebody that's just got pipe dreams. And if it's not that, what I get is that there's another side of it. That if you're a Pisces that does somewhat good, you come off like that's all you care about. I get there's two sets of Pisces, the ones that may not be doing that great and ones that are. I feel like I should address both sides of this argument. So watch your fucking mouth. What else do they talk about that may get them in trouble with people or may make your Pisces? It keeps saying the same thing. I just clarified it again. I don't know who this is to, and I'm gonna say it again. That's like a broken record at this point. Some of you, to a suitor, you would come off like somebody that's all about materials or getting to the next level. And if you're a Pisces, I keep wanting to say this. If you're a Pisces that does somewhat good for themselves, you may come off like you're bragging or like you're like, this hot shot or hot bitch, whatever. But some of you, I feel like if you're a Pisces that doesn't do that well in money and stuff, and people know that, or your suitor would see that, you'd come off like you're somebody that just has pipe dreams. You're all talk and no action towards your career. I get two opposites. All right. So when's your next relationship? So watch this. What's their advice in love? What is Pisces' advice? Don't be afraid to date. Don't be afraid of a blind date, literally, or just don't be afraid to. You got a big okay. Your advice is you got a big break coming in your love life and in your career. But I'm gonna say love life. You got a big break coming. Don't be afraid to connect to people. And don't be afraid to consider options or having options. Like, don't be like, it's coming, it's coming. Some of you, there's gonna be orgasms in your future, is what I just got. I said coming, coming. You get my point. You have a big break coming. But please don't do those negative things I just said. Do not act like that in love. Please have a self awareness when you're dating people in the future about what I just said about what you were doing that keeps you single. Please try to put a cork in it. All right. If you're just overly share things or if you're just kind of rude, dial that shit back. I don't know what it is that you're having no filter about, but whatever it is, put a cork in it. It's like you know deep down what it is. All right. When's their next relationship? Give me cups for when their next relationship is. Just give me some cups. What about the rest of the year? You may ignore love this year. Somebody may buy a home or pay one off or get another one. Somebody just fixing up the home you already have or fixing things around or whatever. It may be a while. I'm gonna be real. Thank you for the fifth. Thank you so much for the 50 Fire Dragon G. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. What does that mean? Let's see. There's a bald man in your future, or a wig wearing woman, or a weave wearing woman. Could this be long term for this year? Could be. I guess your next connection could be this year with some bald guy or a woman that has hair issues. She may wear like extensions or weave, some of you wigs, but sometime this year, possibly. All right. Okay. With that being said, this may or may not stay up, but hey, I did your extra read. All right. Bye, y'all. See you. Thank you, G, for that 50 again. Thank you so much. Bye, y'all.